So let's have a show of hands. How many of you have ever eaten crow? Well, that's what I'm gonna do today on this video. I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna do something that I didn't do completely correctly, and I'm gonna fix it for you guys. So a few weeks ago, I filmed a video about this Greenstalk planter, and I actually said on the video that you are supposed to use potting soil and fill it up to the brim, but I was gonna leave it up to you guys what you used as far as your soil that you put in here. Well, that was mistake number one. You need to follow the directions and use good quality potting soil. We used some, it was actually potting soil, but it was like composted down, and it was pretty packed together and pretty thick. And you really need to start out with good loose potting soil in your Greenstalk planter. So I went ahead and did that anyway because that's what I had, and it was great for growing things in, but it was not recommended for the Greenstalk. Also, we were sent bare root strawberries. Well, if you remember the weather, about a month, 6 weeks ago, we had an Arctic blast. We had snow and ice and freezing temperatures here, and it was just not good timing from when we received the strawberries to get them planted. And I should have done something with them, but I know you've probably done this before too. I didn't. I put it off. So not only did I use the wrong kind of soil, I planted bare root strawberries that I couldn't revive. So that brings us to today's video. I'm gonna eat crow, I'm going to dump these out, and I'm gonna go back and show you exactly how to do this 100% correctly so you can have an awesome, successful growing season with your Greenstalk. So if you've been around here very long, you know we don't waste much. So I'm not gonna waste any of this that I put in there. I'm gonna go fill my raised beds because every year you have to top off raised beds because they tend to settle a little bit. So we're gonna use this. It's gonna be put to good use, and I'm gonna start completely over. Okay, so we got all of those emptied out, cleaned. We're ready to go again. This time I am going to assemble the Greenstalk mover, which will allow us to roll it around. I'm gonna put it here in the garage because if you've been following along, you know we have some ant problems in the greenhouse. Don't want to get those in these strawberries. So I'm gonna actually take this little plug. It came with the mover. There's a hole right here that will allow water to drain out. It also comes with a piece of tubing that you can allow the water to drain to a different area, and you can get additional tubing, or you can purchase that wherever and allow it to just drain, like if it's on your patio and you don't want it to drain there. But I'm actually gonna plug this so that it will just collect in this mover and it won't drain out all over my garage. So I'm gonna start with that. I may attach the hose at some point, but I'm gonna start with that today. So this actually comes with two different types of wheels. It comes with locking and non-locking. There's 6 wheels around the base of this. We're just going to put it in there and put some gentle pressure until we feel it kind of lock into place. So you're just gonna use firm pressure to pop them into place. You're gonna alternate the locking and the non-locking. Okay, you don't have to put a ton of pressure. You're not gonna hear some loud snapping pop. Okay, once you're done, we're gonna flip that over and we're gonna be done with that for a few minutes. Okay, I had a couple questions last time about getting dirt plugging this off. It's not a big deal from people I've seen fill these up. I wouldn't just fill that with dirt or anything, but I mean, you can dust that off here in a little bit. There's holes all down in the bottom here. we're not going to plug those up if we use the right kind of potting soil, but that is where the water is going to drain through to the next layer. So that's why if you put like dirt and it turns to mud or something, you're spelling a recipe for disaster. So this loose potting soil is going to be, it's going to be good for this. So I'm gonna finish filling these all the way to the brim with some potting soil that has a little organic fertilizer in it to feed the plants for the first little bit. So like I mentioned about covering this hole gets bigger as it goes down, so you can see it's totally opened up again. So just keep filling these till you've got them completely full. I'm not gonna pack this hard or anything. You don't want it compacted, but I am gonna press it down in there so that I do fill them up to the brim. Because you can see there's just a lot of air in there, and it settled on me the last time, and I don't want to do it like where I think it's at the brim, it settles the first time I water it, and then my plants are that far down. I want to give them that whole pocket to grow into. So my top two tips are use potting soil, and number two, fill it up to the brim, because these pockets are a certain depth for a reason, and you want to give your plants all that opportunity to grow down into these pockets with their roots. So I do want to make a disclaimer. The bare root strawberries that I planted on the last video were perfectly fine. It was user error. We have planted bare root strawberries many times before, and those were good looking bare root strawberries with lots of roots coming off of them that just needed to be planted in a timely manner so they could come back to life and not be dormant again. So there was nothing wrong with those bare root strawberries except for the fact I did not get them planted in time. I don't have any more bare root strawberries to plant in these. So I have gone and I've purchased strawberry plants because I really want this Greenstalk tower to be planted in strawberry plants. I really want a lot of strawberries, and so that's what we're gonna plant. All right, so we have got this on the mover. It fits perfectly on there, and if you get it on there wrong, it's not gonna feel stable. So once you get it set on there correctly, you're gonna know it. Between every layer, we're gonna add one of these watering discs, and they've got holes in them. You wanna point those at a pocket. There's not gonna be any sense in pointing this right here, where it's gonna water right there. You wanna point it where it's gonna water those pockets. So just twist it until you get it on there like you like it. And then the next layer is gonna sit right down on top of that. Give it a good drink with a bucket or a high-powered hose. It'll start filling up the discs and watering down through the layers. Thank you to everyone who has ordered a Greenstalk using our link. That helps our channel and our farm so much when you do that. It doesn't cost you a penny more, and you can actually use the discount code as well and save yourself some money. So thank you. I wanted to get this video out because I know quite a few of you have ordered a Greenstalk, and when I do something not quite right or not the way it was intended to be done and I find that out, I want to always come back and tell you guys the best way to do it. So that's what this video is. This is the best way to do it. It's what they recommend, and they recommend it for a reason. So if you're interested in a Greenstalk, there is a link below and a code. Use that if you want to, save yourself some money. And if you've gotten one, I hope you have an awesome season gardening in it. I'm really looking forward to these strawberries and just lots of good, fresh garden eating this summer. If you're part of our Facebook group, VW Family Farm and Friends, I'd love to see a picture of your Greenstalk. I'm gonna actually post this today over there. Come over there and share yours. Show us all what you're growing in yours, and we'd love to see it. Love to see where it is. Is it on your patio? Are you on 50 stories up? Where do you got your Greenstalk? So show us over there. We'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching, and God bless.